This is a homework help video for Tuesday, February 28th for all classes. The homework is 12-9 Skills Practice, Volume of Prisms, and this homework you're specifically finding the volume of rectangular prisms. I worked number 1 for you, so make sure you take a close look at number 1 for an example of how to use the formula. And don't forget, we have to write every formula we use if we want full credit on the homework or on the tests. So the formula for volume of any prism would be volume equals big B times H. Big B is the area of the base, and H is the distance between the bases. Now on a rectangular prism you have parallel congruent rectangles, three different pairs of parallel congruent rectangles. So you could choose any rectangle as your base, and the rectangle that is parallel to it would be the other base. The easiest thing would probably be to just choose this rectangle as a base and this rectangle as a base. But just know that we could have picked any other pair. All that change. The only thing we have to consider if we pick a different pair is that the height will change, because in this case if I pick the two bases I just marked, then this becomes the height of the prism, the distance between the bases, which is 9.6 inches. Okay, so first we need to find the area of the base. Since the base is a rectangle, the area equals the base times height, little b and little h. Now these are different b's and h's than we were referring to previously. In this case, now we're talking about the base of this rectangle. Little b is 4.8 inches times the height of this rectangle, 15 inches. So let's do that first, and remember when we're multiplying with decimals we ignore the decimals, so it's like I'm multiplying 48 times 15. Now put the decimal back in, we need it at the end. 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4, 4 times 5 is 20, plus 4 is 24. When I'm multiplying by 1 I'm really multiplying by 10, so start with a 0. 8 times 1 is 8, 4 times 1 is 4. Add these up and we get 720, but don't forget we have 1 decimal place in this factor, 0 decimal places in this factor, so I should have 0 plus 1, or 1 plus 0, or 1 decimal place in my product, so the decimal has to go right there so that I have 1 digit after the decimal. So 4.8 times 15 is 72. So the area of that rectangular base is 72 inches squared. Now we can go back to our volume formula now that we know the area of the base. Volume equals big B times H. So volume equals 72 is the area of the base times the height of the prism. The distance between the bases is 9.6 inches. So now we need to do that multiplication. 72 times 9.6. 2 times 6 is 12, carry the 1. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 1 is 43. When we're multiplying by 9, we're really multiplying by 90, so start with a 0. 2 times 9 is 18, carry the 1. 7 times 9 is 63, plus 1 is 64. Adding, we get 6,912. Don't forget our decimal places. We have 0 decimal places in this factor, 1 decimal place in this factor, so I should have 0 plus 1, or 1 decimal place in my product. So the decimal has to go right there to have 1 digit after the decimal. So the volume equals 691 and 2/10 inches cubed for volume, because it's three-dimensional. The area was inches squared, and we multiplied by the distance between the bases, which is inches. Inches squared times inches, inches cubed. So 691 and 2/10 inches cubed. So now you have number 1 that's completed and number 8 that's completed. Follow those two examples and do the other 7 the same way, and I'll see you in the morning.